Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be teaching you how to make this completely flourless chocolate cake. Being completely flourless, it is light and almost mousse-like when cooled and is perfect served with some whipped cream and berries. To start off with, place the dark chocolate, butter and coffee into a heat-proof bowl. We're going to place this into the microwave for 20 seconds at a time until the butter and chocolate are completely melted. You could also melt this on the stove top, just make sure to continue to stir constantly so that it doesn't burn on the bottom. Once the chocolate mixture is melted together, set it aside to cool slightly. Separate the eggs into two large mixing bowls. Make sure you use the large mixing bowl for the egg yolks, as I had to change it to a larger bowl before adding the egg white mixture in later. We're going to start off with the egg yolks first. To that, add 90 grams of caster sugar, and we're going to beat that together until it's nice and pale and fluffy. It should take 3 or 4 minutes to get to this stage, but once it's light and fluffy, go ahead and add the cooled chocolate mixture to it. You want to make sure that the chocolate mixture is slightly cooled before adding it to the egg yolks so it doesn't scramble. However, if your chocolate mixture is thickened up too much, just place it into the microwave for 10 seconds to loosen it up before adding it to the mixture. Fold the chocolate mixture into the egg yolk mixture using either a spatula or a whisk. I found that it was actually easier to use the whisk. To the mixture, add the cocoa powder and cinnamon. As the cake has no flour in it, the cocoa powder will help to thicken up the mixture and give it a more cake-like consistency. Sift that together and then give it a stir through and then set aside. For the egg whites, we're going to whisk them until they form stiff peaks. As you can see, when you pull the whisk out, the egg whites hold their shape. That's how you know when they're done. To the egg whites, we're going to add an extra 90 grams of caster sugar, 1 tablespoon at a time. Once the caster sugar is well combined, add 1/3 of the meringue into the chocolate mix. I'm going to use a whisk to mix that through. You don't have to be too concerned at this stage about knocking the air out, just make sure the egg whites are well incorporated. This will help to loosen the batter and make it much easier to incorporate the rest of the egg whites. Fold through the second and third parts of the meringue mixture until it is well combined and there are no egg whites visible in the batter. The batter should look beautiful, smooth and nicely aerated. Gently pour the batter into a 23 cm springform tin that is greased and lined. I like to make sure that the baking paper sits taller than the sides of the tin so as the cake rises it won't overflow. Because we whipped and incorporated the egg whites separately, the cake should almost double in size. Place the cake into a preheated oven at 180 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. The cake should be nice and jiggly still when you take it out, it won't set firm. As the cake cools, it will collapse on itself slightly, but it will turn into a beautiful mousse-like consistency. Let the cake cool for 10 minutes before lifting off the ring and letting it cool completely. To serve the cake, you can have it warm with some beautiful whipped cream and strawberries, or you can keep the cake in the fridge overnight and it will turn into a beautiful fudge-like consistency. I'm having the cake here served warm. It is beautiful and moussey on the inside with a beautiful thin crust on the outside. If you love chocolate, then you'll definitely want to give this recipe a go. For more delicious recipes like this one, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!